Okay. Figured I would start a little early. Figured there's no harm in that. Let's see what we can do. Not sure if we're going into the ranked or if the event is still running. I suspect the event is not running anymore. Oh yeah, the new dismantling bonus changes. Absolute penny pinchers. Gift box. I'm maxed out on gems. That's what that is. Okay. Sure. Well, let's take a look. Oh, the under 5 is still available. I think we've been having good luck with the under 5-star event. I think the under 5-star event is dramatically lower in power level to the point where it makes sense to continue it. I don't think any of the cards we pulled change our general game plan. Right, we pulled like a level 3 extender, stuff like that, but I don't think any of this changes anything. Right, like we pulled Magical Colloidal Soul, which I will bookmark now before I forget, which could be useful down the line if we get a lot of Paleos, which are relatively low rarity. But I think... Okay, maybe Typhoon. Maybe Typhoon has a spot. I mean, are we that bad? Are we down that bad for Spell Trap removal that Typhoon is an inclusion? Probably. I'll bookmark it because it is Spell Trap removal and it is a hand trap, so there are going to be formats where it's good, or at least where it's decent. Mischief of the Gnomes could be very funny, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we will simply keep rolling with what we have going on here. Just our general good stuff pile. Yeah, our opponent has a lot of titles, which is not promising for us. Hand's looking alright. I mean, we're going second, so we're probably going to get comboed and we can just concede, but... Fish, Sonar. If they add the Umi guy, then I'm just going to skip Kairu Shin. If they add Kairu Shin, I'm just heading out. Not because the match is necessarily unwinnable, but because it's not a fun match, even if I do win it. Well, okay then. I struggle to imagine what could have possibly gone wrong that they would think that they needed to concede. Maybe they didn't have a summon off of him. But I will absolutely take the free win. Right? If they're just going to concede like that, I'll happily take it. Let's not make a joke. It's very difficult to not joke about this one. I mean, just look at the head. Pun definitely not intended. Okay, my opponent has opted to go second. That's always a little nerve-wracking. Well, we don't have any synchros because under level 5, so we can make Utopia. Yeah, this is Utopia Pass, I guess. So that's special summon out the Thrasher. Normal summon what tuna? We make Utopia. Oh, I could make Omega. You know what? Omega seems a little bit better. My opponent doesn't have an extra deck, which makes me think maybe it's Mikonko. Maybe it's the world's worst Fluwanderese deck. Is this if they attack at all? When an opponent's monster declares an attack. Yes, okay. So I could make another rank 4 if they don't do anything. And overlay for this guy. Does he do anything meaningful? Can't be destroyed by battle. Okay, so it is Mikonko. Gains 500 attack. So if I put him in defense mode, he'll be 0 defense. Okay, it doesn't have an equip spell on it, which means this thing still doesn't have its bonus. Change of heart. Nice card, idiot. Okay, I guess we'll normal summon the assailant. And we'll try to get damage in with Omega. They're going to use a trap card to summon, to equip a card to it from deck. Okay, so it'll be equipped to Huli, and then Huli will trigger. And Huli will then have her effect. Great stuff. And now their cards can't be targeted. Now, it's a pity that Canada is not in fact Book of Moon, so I can't flip my own Omega face down as much as I would love to. Oh, I could have changed it to defense mode. That was stupid of me. It's fine. I've got Photon Jumper, and I was planning to use Photon Jumper anyway. I don't really care about that. A level 4 off of the top would be very nice for me. Can't do anything about that. I need to draw a level 4 off of the top so that I can go down into Utopic Future. That's all fine. Well, let's skip the battle phase. If they want to bounce my monster, my Omega, they are welcome to. With the Mayawashi Dori. So I'm not worried about that. Or if they want to bounce it with the Water Arabesque. That's a level 4. Perfect. Let's go into Galaxy Photon Dragon because it's not a number XP's monster. Again, probably should be putting all of these in defense, but it's whatever. There we go. 0 defense, monster. It's also 0 attack, but that doesn't really matter. And now we wait. I have no idea if the Makonkos actually have any win condition in the deck, especially in this format where they can't play Kaijus, and they can't play Double-Edged Sword. Okay. You can out my monster. Oh no, whatever will I do? And now we wait. Sure. Hilarious. This one only protects the equipped monster. Which means I can technically get rid of Hugh Lee if they attack into Blast. And if I get rid of Hugh Lee, then I can flip the Hare face down. Problem though is then they can Mayawashi Dori bring back the Hugh Lee, and then I'm back to square one. And if I end up back to square one like that, that's kind of just the end of everything, because I don't have another compelling answer to a Hugh Lee with Mayawashi Dori equipped. Okay. Feather Duster for what? This targets... Yeah. Okay. Although, if I go normal Cobra, activate Torrential Tribute, it'll destroy the Hugh Lee and the Cobra. The Cobra then gets to trigger, and I'll be able to take the Hare because it's no longer... Yeah. Although then any spell trap removal outs my Gradle Cobra. I mean, that's probably fine. I mean, my Cobra will... I'll just sitting on a 0 attack guy. Just in case they have another monster that they can play. But I think I'll just wait. Right? I mean... That's a good one. Not even using the battle phase to bounce my trap card. Illumirage will have still positive attack stats, so it's not worth trying it. Do I set Ice Dragon's Prison and try to go with Cobra? Cobra, Torrential, trigger Cobra, take the the Hare, and then try to pressure them? I'm not playing any rank 3s because I wasn't expecting to be in a game state like this. It's a Makonko player, so these face downs are probably stupid things like Magic Cylinder, Dimension Wall. I mean, I also know they have the Water Arabesque in hand, that if I put a monster on the field, they can just bounce it. Okay. Mill Heavy Storm, hilarious. Search Fire Dance, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll torrential this. Okay. Another copy of Fire Dance. Spellcaster, Psychic, and Warrior. The fact that this is a Beast Warrior is kind of problematic now. Okay, they just filled up their spell trap zones. I don't like that they have multiple copies of Fire Dance. Fire Dance is going to be a problem. Ah, they're clearing their spell trap zone. Okay. I just lose here, right? Can't be destroyed. Yep, that's game. The Rose Dragon support, I haven't gotten a chance to look at the Rose Dragon stuff yet. I heard about it. I know the old stuff that they added with like the quick play spell made the engine playable in Dragon Link back in the day. Well, we set 2, and I don't think there's a reason to make a rank 4 here. We can't make Omega, and even if we could, it wouldn't matter, because odds are good we're against something stupid like Mikanko again. Set to pass. Now, do I assume that they're on Makanko? If they are, I suppose I can make Utopia, and Utopia just keeps dying. Oh. Ah, floodgates? Gross. Gross, gross, gross. I'm not a fan of floodgates. Floodgates, Yu-Gi-Oh! Part of what makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Such a great game is the fact that it's interactive. When you put floodgates into the mix, that quite literally is reducing the interactivity. You're taking the fun component of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're reducing it. I mean, obviously, I hate over-the-top combo decks that set up infinity interruptions as much, because those are also turning off the interactive nature of the game. I mean, when you have 15 ways to negate an effect, it's just as uninteresting as if the effect couldn't be activated in the first place. But I don't know, never been a fan of floodgates. Well, let's run out Photon Thrasher again. I mean, maybe they're storming me again. I see. This Photon Thrasher is getting some real value in here. I mean, so far the Photon Thrasher has eaten 2 Storming Mirror Forces. This is where I find out that they're on like Exodia and a whole bunch of battle traps. Is it going to be the third one? The third Storming? Nope, just regular Mirror Force. Okay, so it's Mirror Force Turbo. I see. Okay, turning everything into plants is a little annoying. It's a little bit toxic, but not as bad as a lot of other floodgates could be. Pretty tame as far as floodgates go. Doesn't mean I change my mind about it being a little bit toxic, but it is perhaps less toxic than a lot of other things could be. Well, let's run out the Assailant, I guess. Another Mirror Force? This is a very weird game. This is a very weird duel, this one. Ah. Seems that our opponent is a lover of fun. mean, I'm not worried about Gendo. I can't activate monster effects if they're in face-up attack position. That's fine. I suspect I'm not going to be getting a lot of value out of Blast held by Destiny, so I'm just going to use it here. Certainly doesn't seem like I'm going to be getting much use out of it. Good against Blue Eyes and other non-plants. Well, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, you turn off their Link 1. Works well against Fiendsmith as well, I suppose. Can't go into... Requiem if you don't have a Light Fiend, after all. This thing's an 1800 defender. Well, I currently can't out it, so I'm just going to summon the Fire Ferret, I guess. Oh, I can out it because I can go Nahata and then summon a guy and then overlay for a rank 4. Solemn Warning. I'll take that. That's the first damage of the game. And then I'll just normal summon the Assailant. And then I'll just pass it back here. Right, so it's Gendo with 1800 defense. If they want to flip it up, they're going to have to put him back in attack mode. If they do that, then they're playing right into my Canadia and my Duel Academy. Banish 10. Could be Gren Maju, I suppose. Nah, it's more likely it's just some really bad stun build. Set a monster. Okay, what I need are trap cards now. Now that I have Duel Academy established. Trap cards that I can activate is what I meant. You know what? I'm just going to keep donking them with the fish. Infinite Impermanence. I'm okay with that. Imperm doesn't really do much against me. Okay, we got Banisher of the Radiance with 0 defense. Canadia. Let's flip him face down. And let's Duel Academy. The most recent set is the one on the right. So I'm going to go after the one on the right. Another Solemn Warning. Okay. So that's Banisher of the Radiance, which has 0 defense. Bramble Rose is a punishment for opponents who use effect monsters, then if the opponent has low health. I see. I will take it. Opponent conceded. I suppose they had nothing to protect their Banisher of the Radiance, and they had no way of addressing the fish. Or I guess it's equally possible that they just didn't have a game plan, or they had to go. Maybe they were in a rush. Yep, it's just Mirror Force and a whole bunch of trap cards. Just like the worst stun monsters imaginable. I mean, Power of the Guardians would have been a real problem for me, but I guess DD Assailant and like Fencing Fire Ferret. Okay, maybe not Fencing Fire Ferret, but like DD Assailant and Guiltia would out this. The face down was probably what, another Imperm? Maybe one of the Dominus cards. Well, let's keep this rolling, I guess. That's what, 3 games? No, 4 games. 4 games, 2 wins, which is not a bad win rate for this challenge. Okay, this is a bit more promising. My opponent doesn't have many titles, which means they're probably not a long-time veteran of the game. Opens up opportunities for me to win. Less opportunities if I draw such a monster-heavy hand, though. Well, all of that's removal, so I guess it's just set pass. Tenpai. Tenpai without synchros? What on earth are they gonna do without the high level synchro monsters and links? Tier 2 or 3 is pretty respectable for that deck, I think. Materiactors. Oh, this just such as any level 4 lower fire dragon. I did not actually know that. I mean, I remember when the previous wave of Rose Dragon support was released, everyone was talking about the Rose Dragons as if they were going to be the next big deck. And then nothing really happened with them until much, much later when people were playing them as like Halka Fibrax lines in Dragon Link. You could like Halka Fibrax for, I think it's White Rose. It's like White Rose or Blue Rose, one of those, and they add like the Quick Play Reborn spell, and you're able to then, well, you summon it and then you link it off for like Pisty, and then you bring it back and get the search. So I think the Materiactor list is probably going to be a lot stronger than my list here. I'm pretty sure we're outmatched here. The only question is whether I can catch them in a bad play pattern. Basically run them out of extra guys, I guess. Reveal this card, discard, add a 3 normal, and then summon it. Yeah. Okay, there's the pendulum monster. Gram Pulse. Okay. If they're gonna spend one of their XC summon to make Gram Pulse, then I'm fine with that. Because now I can chain the Raigeki Break. Illumirage is the worst card here, but I think we go after the continuous spell. Fair enough. I mean, if it turns everything into plants, then it can't be much less impactful than something like Zombie World. But Zombie World, even that is like not amazing. I think O-Lantern is probably correct here. Yeah, O-Lantern eats the field, so I think we O-Lantern this. I mean, being able to turn off Fiendsmiths is kind of good in itself, I guess. That being said, I'm not sure how that'll match into Malice and Ryzeal. And when I say I'm not sure, I mean I'm genuinely not sure because I actually have not played in the TCG in a while. I'm sort of loosely familiar with what's going on there. And I feel like Malice doesn't really care if you've changed all their stuff to... Well, it cares a little bit. Actually, no, do the Malice links need Cyberse monsters? Now that I'm thinking about it. Just looked it up. No, they just need monsters including a Malice. So I don't think changing everything to plants is going to matter too much for Malice and for Ryzeal, because I think Ryzeal is just level 4s even. If my opponent makes Ashura King here, then I just lose. Right, if they make Ashura King, then the duel is over. I'll wait for them to see the line, though. Bramble Rose, punish opponents with damage each time they activate their monster effect. Oh, so it's Taxman. I suppose Taxman works kind of nicely into Malice, since they already have the effect burn on all of their stuff. Okay, yeah, that's game. Oh, we've got an Unfathomable Explorer. That's always a positive sign. Okay, we've got the Emissary from the House of Wax, which is nice. Got a couple trap cards. Got Cobra. Let's just see what our opponent is up to with their 11 card extra deck. Lyrilusk. Well, let's see where they're going with this Lyrilusk build. Recital Stalling. Okay, so it is actual Lyrilusk. It's not like some weird variant of rank 1 turbo that happens to play Lyrilusks. Though, I guess Snowbell is kind of a cute inclusion. Adding Beryl Canary, bring back blue. I suspect Emissary from the House of Wax is going to pull a lot of weight here. Bottom. I think the Emissary is going to pull a lot of weight. Couple that with Dimensional Barrier, and I think I'm in a pretty okay spot. Question is whether they're going Ensemble Blue or if they're going for Assembled. Assembled, okay, so we're looking at like Lyrilusk Stall. In which case Emissary from the House of Wax is going to go very hard. Okay, will we be putting the Recital under the Assembled to draw cards? We will. Though the Bird Sanctuary is going to be a bit of a problem for me. Or will it actually? The Emissary will lock the Assembled down and I'll be able to kill it with any battle tricks. Well, let's run out the Unicorn. I mean, I was going to use the battle phase to force the activation, but sure. Okay, so if I need it, I have Dimensional Barrier to negate their Xyz monsters. And in the very likely event that I don't, I have Emissary to permanently turn off their Xyz monsters. Let's see, this is 3 attacks with 800, which is 24. I'm not worried about 2400 damage, that's basically nothing. Nope, guess I'm back to 0 viewers. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, that's a nice easy win. Clean. Presumably their entire deck doesn't have an out for the House of Wax. Yep, it's just Nightingale Beatdown. And they don't have a way to recycle the Nightingale, they don't have a way to put it back into the deck, they don't have a way to revive it from grave. Yeah, out the Nightingale and their game is literally lost. Cool. Okay, just need 2 more wins, and then we can round it out for the day. Could be a very quick game. Very quick session, rather. Opponent is choosing. Going second. Oh, Rose Warrior of Revenge is like actually just a bad card in this list. Argo Stars, that's like a real deck. But they didn't do anything? Well, let's try put the screws on them. I probably can't beat Argo Stars, right? whoops. Okay, that was a genuine misclick. Though I don't suspect it's going to matter. In this matchup, I think I sort of win or lose by whether I can head judging to take control enough of their stuff or not. Yeah, so I missed out on maybe 2,500 damage if they'd chosen to take the damage to face. Good to see that they're on Waking the Dragon, so I know what to play around. Although, what are you even summoning off Waking the Dragon in this format? All the auto-win cards are high level. Well, let's go for it. In your monster zone while you have a banished Argo Star. They currently don't have any of those things. Haha! Mine. Yeah, this is probably an unwinnable match. Yeah, I'm just gonna save myself time. My opponent just needs to click the glowing button over and over again, so we just go next. This is certainly an interesting hand. I don't have any warriors, pyros, or beasts, so I'm just gonna set 2. And I'll activate the Duel Academy in case my opponent summons a warrior, pyro, or beast. Okay, definitely not worried about Terratop. Psychic Weed Dealer. Rank 3 for Grand Pulse. Well, let's see what he targets with Grand Pulse. Targeting Academy. I think I'm fine with that. There we go. Now on to the actually juicy cards, the Materiactors themselves. Okay. Gigaboros. Detach material, attach a Materiactor from your deck. During your opponent's main or battle, add a card attached to this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's also fine. Detach a material, add a Materiactor, that's fine. Attach a Materiactor. Okay. This is also fine. Kind of worried about Ghost Ogre for my emissary. Hopefully I don't have to spend the Divine Wrath, and then I can use that for hold that for Ogre. Okay, they get to stack the top of their deck. Counter Trap's going to be annoying when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated. Okay, that's going to be very problematic. Okay, they've still got the counter trap in hand. This is still all very fine. This I don't really give a shit about. Okay. Summon a Materiactor for 1. Exagard. Detach a Materia from this card, either summon a Materiactor from deck or add a Materiactor spell trap from deck to hand. If your opponent normal or specials, add up to 2 materials from this card to your hand. Then, if a normal is in your grave, return a card on the field to the hand. Okay. In other words, this is one that I'm going to have to do head judging. Well, let's spin the wheel. Let's gamble. Damn it. Not sure what I'm going to do about the counter trap that's still in their hand. Asura King. When another monster effect is activated, detach a material, negate the activation, and destroy it. Luckily I have Divine Wrath for that one. And this doesn't have a Materiactor under it, so it shouldn't be able to bounce. And he can't be destroyed by battle. Not sure why they did that, but these are all now frozen. So all I need is an out for that counter trap, and then hopefully my emissary from the House of Wax can keep them stunned forever. Let me read that counter trap again. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, add one of your materials from a Materiactor Xyz you control to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation, then apply the following effect based on the type of card added. Monster, place one card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. Spell, Materiactor Xyz you control, gain 1000 attack. Trap, you can set that added card. Well, let's force out the counter trap. First, let's clear this guy so that they have fewer options. Yeah, it's negated. That's not going to do anything. Something is preventing destruction by battle. Oh, right. Illusion monster. Can't destroy monsters by battle. Forgot about that part. If they know to add Ghost Ogre, I'm in a spot of trouble. Yeah, I should not have switched the emissary to attack position. I completely forgot that he can't destroy monsters by battle. Neither can be destroyed by that battle. Yep, that was a mistake. Now I'm just a sitting duck. I mean, they'll have to find the line, but while they're busy with that, I guess. That was a pathetic puzzle for a 3000 rated puzzle account. I saw a ghost ogre, presumably it's in their hand. Yep. Unfathomable Explorer, default mate, default case. Could be an easy game, could be a hardened opponent. Who could say for sure? They do have a 15 card extra deck. It's the loner. Materia actors take an eternity to set up a mediocre board. So long that I am not willing to sit through it. It is possible that my deck can beat them, but it is not worth waiting. If their end board was set up in like a couple of game actions, maybe I'd give it a shot, but it takes about 3,000 gears for them to set up the board. And I'm not willing to wait for them. I can work with this. From the look of it, it's probably another loner deck. So let's hope that these traps get us there. Or maybe my opponent will heavy storm me and then I can just go next. 7th Ascension. Okay, so is it Sharks? Well, it could be the Sous Ship Loner. Add 7th Tachyon, and then they're going to use it to search one of the Sous Ship monsters. Can this hand beat Sous Ships? Maybe. I mean, Canada is pretty good against Xyz. Time Space Travel is pretty good against Xyz monsters. Raigeki breaks like fine into the Sous Ships as well. Oh, those big jaws. Okay, here's Bahamut Shark. 2100 defense means Canada. It means that I'm likely to struggle to out it. I'm going to try holding on to the Raigeki break. I'm going to try not using it. If I can hold the Raigeki break, then this is a rank 4 and I can clear it with Canada. Okay. Summon a Gunkan Suship from hand. Okay, and then this gets to summon Shari from deck. Well, from the top of the deck. Wow, there's a Shari on top? How did that get there? Okay. Dreadnought. Apply these effects in sequence based on the materials used. So if I return him to the extra deck and he doesn't have materials underneath him, would he still get to draw? I mean, I'm time spacing anyway. I suspect he does, because he'll remember what was used to summon him. I'll chain Canada. What's the worst that could happen? Yep, he still gets the effects. Unfortunate, unfortunate. The face down is probably the Suship trap card. In which case, Raigeki breaking it is not correct. I mean, it's not giving them response windows, so maybe it's not. Yeah, but Torrential Tribute's got to be better than holding on to Raigeki Break. Get rid of Bahamut Shark. Get rid of Shari. Shirao, rather. We go to main phase 2. We set the Torrential Tribute. And we hope that they don't find their engine again. They have 3 unknowns in hand. It's probably once per turns, like more copies of Big Jaw. More copies of the Tachyon stuff. Yep, there it is. Which is not good, because it means that I'm going to have to spend my Torrential, probably, and I really don't want to spend my Torrential here. Reveal the Honor Arc, add a water. Is it going to be another copy of Big Jaws? Or are they going to add one of the Suships? Or, no, the Suships are fires. Same type or attribute. on Arc and Aqua. It's an Aqua, yeah, so they can add anything here. Okay, they're adding Shari Red, putting a card back. They have a Gunkan Suship Shari in hand. Okay. Oh hey, it's going okay. I've been playing the event. Yeah, the event is much lower power level, so it makes this much more achievable. Is this the negate? Add a Gunkan spell trap from deck to hand. While a face-up card is in the field zone, your monster's special from the extra can't be destroyed. If I let this resolve, then I won't be able to torrential him again. So that doesn't actually do anything. Armor Fortress. Well, there goes Armor Fortress. Unfortunately, they're still going to get the draw and the Suship from deck. This is going to be a painful one. Once per turn, reveal a Gunkan Super place a counter, reveal one Gunkan Xyz from your extra deck. Your opponent declares one Gunkan card name except Shari that is mentioned on any Gunkan Xyz. Let's name the one they've gone through the most copies of, I suppose. Which would be this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna expedite the process. And I guess I will be back in a minute. Okay, let's try again, I guess. Keep the wheels spinning. Okay, we've got Cyberjar. Oh, let's try this. Gearfried, set to... Perfect. That's just a free card. I will gladly sit down where my opponent hand loops themselves. Slightly concerned here because they do have a guy that negates things during the battle phase. Although that might be during their main or their opponent's battle phase. Is it this one? Once per turn during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. Okay, okay. And worst case, we do have Cyberjar to try pulling ourselves back from it. There's an argument to use enemy controller here, but I don't think it's a good argument. Okay, big fishy. Add fish poplar. Fish poplar to summon itself. Wow, they're thinking very hard about overlay twice. Wait, what? There's 2 materials for the XCs of a water monster that requires 3 or more. That is a very weird line of text. Okay, Shark Drake is not a concerning card. Okay, now this one is concerning if they negate my Duel Academy here. That is very, very annoying. Because that's a permanent negate. Yep. Okay. 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 very annoying. Okay, so we'll tribute this guy. We'll take this guy. Why couldn't I activate this? Oh, because it's not a hard once per turn, it's a soft once per turn. Well, Cyberjar better get us though, I guess. If they know what they're doing, they go direct with this one. If they know what they're doing, they go direct with this one, use this one to pop the Cyberjar. No field spell, no field spell. Fuck. Well, that's the end of the game. That is simply tragic. If I had set the Cyberjar instead of summoning the Geofreed, I might have won. It's kind of crazy. Unfathomable Explorer with default case, but with custom icon and mate. They are probably using one of the loner decks. This would be a loner deck angle for sure. I'm just gonna keep cycling until it's not a loner deck. I mean, it's suddenly a decent going second hand. 9-card extra deck, so not a loner. So that's a good start. Though my opponent seems to be thinking. Abyss Dweller pass. Uh-huh. Well, let's try it this way. All of my outs for this involve normal summoning, so let's at least go with the most aggressive one. Fair. I suppose that is something I didn't consider. In which case, DD Assailant would have been correct. Exo? That makes Ice Dragon's Prison a lot worse. Oh, how does Gradle Cobra interact with this? If your opponent moves a card out of either graveyard. Ooh. Okay, O Lantern it is then. O Lantern answers this. O Lantern clears Irene. And then O Lantern clears Dweller. This Dweller has been glowing all duel. There we go, finally. Shouldn't need to summon Nahata here. So now I have an answer for any fish, sea serpents, or spellcasters that they could summon. Okay. Let's chain Ice Dragons. Let's get rid of these Buzzsaw Sharks forever. Boop. Unable to check level and therefore unable to summon from deck. Okay. Now let's get a little aggressive. Face down's probably what, called by the grave? Could be called by, could be the Exorcister spell, Exorcister Pax, though I feel like you probably would have used Pax last turn if it was. Okay, we just get to slap them a little bit. Only one of them on light, so we're probably going to Utopia here. Yeah, let's go Utopia. Okay. Pay 8, summon 2 guys, and then immediately put them back into the deck. Cool story, bro. You're supposed to use that in your turn, if I let you get that far. Third Buzzsaw is the charm. Michaelis would be kind of not great for me if they go into that. Their XC's locked, but that doesn't matter. If they know that they can go Michaelis into Martha into... I forget what the other XC's monster is called. Caspatel. Then I'm probably screwed. If they can figure that much out, then I'm probably screwed. That's Michaelis. It's fine. They won't know that they can summon Martha. Oh, this adds the spell trap. They won't know they can go Pax into Martha. Right, they're not going to know how to do that. I think my current concern is that they might be in like a video call with a friend who's now telling them how to play the game, because they could have done this turn 1. But instead they decided to go Dweller Pass. The counter synergy as well, by the way. Abyss Dweller in Exo. Oh, I'll take it. No thank you, Michaelis. I will not be allowing you to connect that attack. Okay, neither player can target Exos with effects that would summon from the grave. During each of the following, if an Exo attack... Wait. If you XZ summon an Exo... Declare a card name and negate the effects of cards of that name. When an attack is declared involving your Exo, target a spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. It's when an attack is declared involving your Exo. So by all accounts, this should win me the game. I'll take it. A win against Exo is a win against Exo. A win is a win. It's a pack. Oh, we're getting dangerously close to the gem limit again. Okay. One more win and I can round it out for the day. 15 card extra deck. Not sure how my deck matches up into the Nichoria structure at all, actually. I could time space trap all the Camellia, but I feel like Blast held by Destiny is going to be a better answer to it. I need to be careful about Mole Cricket specifically as well. Oh, this could be a bot, actually, looking at the name. Which makes it kind of annoying that they sent the cricket now that I know that it's a bot. Then all I need to do is get the queen somewhere that she can stop the checkmate. and as long as I stay out of the extra deck, they won't get the cricket back. Now, how on earth do I defend against checkmate? Do I have to just move the rook? That sounds miserable, and it looks like I'm getting checkmated anyway. Oh, the knight's hanging. And then we're defending the checkmate square at the same time. Wait, how did they get mole cricket back? Oh, they used blessing? Okay, Vayne is a tuner. Honestly, that's tribute summon to increase the speed of the clock. A little bit of a disappointing way to end the session, but you know, it is a way to end the session nevertheless. And in Masochist, every win is miraculous. Just gonna count this win. Might be getting ahead of myself, but I think this is probably over. It's okay, it failed to click on any of the attacks, but this is just games on board, so let's just close this off. Okay. And that's going to wrap up the games for today. So I'm just going to crack open any legacy tickets I've pulled. And then we'll continue it next time. Okay, I'm just about at the limit for gems, aren't I? okay, I actually need to then just figure out what I'm actually going to do about my gem situation at some point. I'll have to think about it. I don't think I have any cards that are centralizing enough that are related to any of these sleeves that matter. Well, let's just open our legacy tickets. Ten legacy tickets, let's go. Okay, good for stun. A little bit, well, it's kind of bad even in stun, but could be playable. If you're tributing a Phantom Beast monster, this card can be normal summoned with 1 tribute. What Squirrel's good? I'll have to think about it, but What Squirrel's like pretty decent. It's negation. It's not removal. But it is an answer for a lot of cards that I don't currently have compelling answers for, right? Cards that can't be targeted or destroyed. But even then, it's kind of like bad Guiltia, if you think about it. It's a light. It's a thunder. It could come up. Ancient Dragon. Yeah, no. It's a light dragon. Unleash your power. I don't think we'll be Gemini summoning. Skullmark Ladybug. The puppet cards are terrible. Chrysalis. Maniacal Servant. That is unplayable. Not good. The blue Butter Spy is like a rank 4 enabler, which is nice, but this one is unplayable. Ms. Judge. Not the worst card ever printed, but pretty bad. Huh. Let's not comment about the fact that it's actually blue, but channel reference, I guess. M Warrior. People running about. I suspect we won't be getting oppressed people and the revolution has ended and all those, but this is a very funny card. It is a level 2. Insect Knight is just a beater, 1900. Not bad. Stim Pack, I think we're past that point. Gain 1,000 for each psychic sent to the grave this turn, that's just terrible. Change a Gemini you control to face down defense and negate the activation of an opponent's spell card and destroy it. Wow. The funniest part of this is that if that Gemini monster was Gemini summoned and you flip summon it, it's going to have forgotten that it was Gemini summoned and it's going to be a normal monster again. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, target that attacking monster, negate the attack, and add up to 2 performer powers from deck to hand whose defense is less than or equal to the attack of the targeted monster. That's actually pretty good. It's a little slow. But it is negate attack, search 2. And we have been picking up a whole bunch of performer pals because there are a million cards in that archetype, so that's actually not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's actually not terrible at all. Okay. 9 more. Present card, awful, awful bad, no good card. If you play like Deck Out or Trickstar Burn, it's fine, but the number of cards that have to fall into place for that to happen is just ridiculous. Kotetsu is not terrible. It adds an equip spell. As soon as we have an equip spell worth searching, this card becomes a consideration. Quick effect, discard this card, target a psychic you control, banish until your next standby. It's a fine effect if we ever go into psychics, but I think we're past that point. Normal or flipped, add a Photon Saber from your deck to hand. If I get multiples of this, then it's not terrible. It's a gadget, essentially. It's kind of just blue gadget, if you think about it. When your opponent activates a trap card, discard a spell trap, special a level 6 Dark Machine from the deck. Super conditional. Super expensive cost. I mean, it could summon Jinzo, clearly, but I don't think I have Jinzo. And I don't think I have a level 6 Dark Machine that I care about summoning with it, so... Wall Shadow, useless. Union Rider, useless. Blade Rabbit is, like, clowns. Yeah, it's Clown Blade. Oh, no, not Clown Blade. Clown Control. Old school stuff. Malice Ascendant. Wrong Malice. During your opponent's standby, send one card from the top of their deck to the grave for each Malice Ascendant. In your graveyard, this card must be face up on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. So you need 2 of them. You need 1 of them in the graveyard, and then your payoff for keeping this thing alive is 1 mil off the top of your opponent's deck per turn. Amazing. Just amazing. Energy Bravery. Gemini monsters you control that are being treated as an effect monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. Fungi of the Mask. Don't look at it too closely. Although it looks weak, this monster is one of the more powerful Boulder Spirits. That just speaks volumes about the other Boulder Spirits, doesn't it? This isn't bad. This is Heavy Storm if you bounce a level 5 or higher dragon you control. I don't have any easy to summon level 5 or higher dragons, but this could be good in a build down the line. It's basically Heavy Storm. I say basically Heavy Storm. It's Heavy Storm at home, but it's not bad. Useless. Useless. Less than useless. When a monster is special to your opponent's field, special a dinosaur from your hand. I don't know if I have good dinosaurs, and I'm pretty sure I've got multiples of this one now, but maybe down the line. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, special a perform power from hand or grave. Hand or grave. Well, if I go the Performer Pal route, then this card could be playable. All in all, bunch of hard-fought wins and a bunch of absolute garbage pulled. And I will catch you all later. Cheers.